is a collection of notable and thoughtful quotes attributed to Peter Dinklage, presented as a continuous text without headings or numbering. Peter Dinklage once said, "Don't fight for your limitations, fight for your possibilities." He has also expressed that, "What's real is what you make of it." His insight on life and creativity shines through when he says, "I think the less you say, the more you say." He emphasizes authenticity by saying, "The truth is you don't get to choose who you love. It's just something that happens." On his craft, he has stated, "The best acting is instinctive. It's not intellectual, it's not mechanical, it's instinctive." He values the emotional connection in acting, highlighting that, if you have to make your acting choices too calculated, you lose the humanity of it. Reflecting on the role of storytelling, he noted, "Stories are how we make sense of the world." Regarding personal challenges, Peter has said, "I have learned that success doesn't come without struggle." He believes in embracing individuality, saying, "I have never seen myself as normal, and I don't want to be." About perseverance, he once reflected, "There's no such thing as failure if you learn from it." On fame and public life, Peter said, "Fame can be a curse if you're not prepared for it, but it can also be a gift." He values privacy and balance, mentioning, "The important thing is to live a life that you're proud of, not just one that looks good on paper." He speaks about the value of kindness, noting, "Kindness is the language that the deaf can hear and the blind can see." On creativity and inspiration, Peter observed, "Great ideas come from fear and uncertainty." He also said, "The most interesting characters are the ones who have a secret." Peter Dinklage believes strongly in self-acceptance, stating, "You have to be comfortable in your own skin to be able to share yourself with the world." He encourages others by saying, "Don't wait for permission to be who you are." About the entertainment industry, he has remarked, "Hollywood can be a very unforgiving place, but it's also a place of opportunity." He values collaboration, saying, "The best work happens when everyone feels like they belong." On the importance of empathy, Peter has said, "To understand someone else's story is the beginning of compassion." He believes that art has the power to change perspectives, stating, "When you tell a story well, you make people see things they never thought about." On his personal philosophy, he said, "Life is too short to be anything but happy." He believes in following passion over convention, advising, "If you're not passionate about what you do, it shows." Peter Dinklage encourages self-reflection, stating, "The more you understand yourself, the easier it is to navigate the world." He also advocates for authenticity, saying, "Be yourself unapologetically." Regarding challenges and adversity, Peter remarked, "The obstacles you face are the things that make you stronger." He advises resilience, saying, "When you fall, get back up and keep moving forward." On the power of storytelling and imagination, he once said, "Stories allow us to live 1,000 lives in one." He believes imagination is key to creativity, stating, "Without imagination, we have no future." Peter has spoken about the importance of humor, saying, "Laughter is the best way to break down barriers." He values the simple moments, reflecting, "Sometimes the smallest moments have the biggest impact." He also said, "Life isn't about being perfect, it's about being real." He values honesty in all forms, noting, "Truth is the foundation of trust." Peter believes that everyone has a unique voice, encouraging, "Speak your truth even if your voice shakes." He reminds us that change is the only constant, and that embracing it leads to growth. On creativity, he said, "Art is about connection, about finding common ground." Peter also said, "Vulnerability is not a weakness, it's a strength." On leadership and influence, he believes, "True leaders inspire others by being themselves." He advocates for equality and respect, stating, "We all deserve to be seen and heard." Peter Dinklage has often emphasized the importance of staying grounded, saying, "Never lose sight of where you came from." He values gratitude, noting, "Appreciate the little things, because they add up to big things." He believes that curiosity is the engine of discovery. Peter encourages lifelong learning, saying, "You're never too old to learn something new." On creativity and risk, he said, "If you're not taking risks, you're not growing." He advises embracing failure as a teacher. Mistakes are proof that you're trying. Peter's reflections on life often highlight simplicity. Happiness doesn't come from having more, but from wanting less. He believes in the power of dreams, saying, "Dreams are the blueprints of reality." He has said, "Art is a conversation between the creator and the audience." On collaboration, Peter values diversity. Different perspectives make the work richer. His humility shows when he says, "I'm still learning every day." He believes that respect is earned through kindness and integrity. Peter encourages courage, stating, "Bravery isn't the absence of fear, it's acting in spite of it." He believes empathy can change the world. Walk a mile in someone else's shoes. On personal growth, he said, "The journey is more important than the destination." He values authenticity over popularity. Be true to yourself, not what others want you to be. He reminds us that life is fragile and precious. Treat it that way. Peter believes in love's power. Love is the greatest gift we can give and receive. He once said, "When you share your story, you empower others." Peter believes in hope. Even in the darkest times, hope is a light. His approach to challenges is pragmatic. Focus on what you can control and let go of the rest. He encourages kindness. A little kindness goes a long way. Peter Dinklage's words often inspire resilience, creativity, and authenticity, encouraging people to live fully and fearlessly, embracing the unique paths in life. Absolutely. Here's more of Peter Dinklage's thoughtful and inspiring quotes continuing from the previous collection. Peter Dinklage once reflected, "You learn more about yourself from failure than from success." He has shared that confidence is silent, insecurities are loud. He believes that the way you treat people says everything about who you are. On patience, he noted, "Good things take time, so don't rush the process." He emphasizes the power of presence. Be fully present in whatever you're doing. That's where life happens. Regarding fear, Peter said, "Fear can either paralyze you or motivate you. It's your choice." He also advises, "Sometimes the hardest thing and the right thing are the same." On creativity, he said, "Create because you have to, not because you want to please others." Peter values integrity, mentioning, "Stay true to your values, even when it's difficult." He once said, "The most powerful moments happen when you're honest and vulnerable." He encourages taking responsibility. Own your story, your mistakes, and your triumphs. On dreams, Peter believes, "Don't be afraid to dream big, even if others don't understand." He has said, "Success is sweeter when it comes after struggle." Peter reflects on life's unpredictability. Expect the unexpected and adapt with grace. He values kindness as a strength. Kindness is courageous. On relationships, he said, "Surround yourself with people who lift you higher." He talks about the importance of humility. Never let success go to your head or failure to your heart. Peter believes in continuous growth, stating, "Every day is a chance to become a better version of yourself." He encourages embracing imperfections. Flaws make you human, and humanity is beautiful. On leadership, he remarked, "Lead by example, not by command." Peter sees creativity as a form of freedom. Art breaks chains and opens minds. He advises, "Don't be afraid to stand out. That's where your power lies." He speaks about passion. When you love what you do, it doesn't feel like work. On challenges, Peter said, "Every obstacle is an opportunity in disguise." He also reminds us, balance ambition with gratitude. Peter values authenticity, saying, "Real strength is being true to yourself in a world that wants conformity." He believes in the magic of storytelling. A good story can change the world. On learning, he said, "Be a lifelong student of life." He advises, "Don't measure your worth by others' standards." Peter also believes that hope is the heartbeat of the soul. On happiness, he said, find joy in the journey, not just the destination. Peter emphasizes self-love, you can't pour from an empty cup. On courage, he said, it takes courage to be vulnerable. He believes that kindness has the power to heal. Regarding success, Peter remarked, success means nothing if you lose yourself along the way. He encourages self-reflection, ask yourself tough questions to grow. He believes in the power of dreams, dreams fuel the future. Peter says, love deeply, forgive quickly. On fear, he advises, feel the fear and do it anyway. He believes that gratitude turns what we have into enough. He shares, stay curious and keep exploring. Peter values silence, saying, sometimes the loudest voice is the quietest one. On perseverance, he said, keep going, even when it's hard. Peter encourages embracing change. Growth comes from stepping outside your comfort zone. He believes, art is a way to connect hearts. He advises, listen more than you speak. On compassion, Peter said, everyone is fighting a battle you can't see. He believes in the strength of community, together we're stronger. Peter also says, celebrate small victories. He talks about resilience, fall 7 times, stand up 8. On creativity, he said, let your imagination run wild. Peter encourages honesty, speak your truth with kindness. He reflects, life is a series of moments, make each one count. Peter believes in hope, never lose sight of the light. He values friendship, saying, true friends are rare treasures. Peter advises, don't compare your journey to others. On dreams, he said, chase them relentlessly. He believes in the power of laughter. Laughter is medicine for the soul. He encourages, be brave enough to be yourself. Peter believes in forgiveness, let go to move forward. On passion, he said, follow your heart. Peter Dinklage's words continue to inspire confidence, kindness, and resilience, inviting us to live authentically, embrace challenges, and create meaning through connection and creativity.